Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you may be. Marvel Studios' Thunderbolt, the final trailer, as it hits theaters May 2nd, which is in 2 weeks. So, am I going to see this? Of course, it's Marvel. I'm there. Um, which, crap. Am I. Hold on. Am I working? Then, okay, let's see. It's my weekend off. No, okay, I'm off that weekend. Good. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this final trailer. Hopefully, they don't give too much spoiler, maybe a little bit more than we've seen in the other little trailers. I've tried not to watch every little thing out there. Um, but yeah, hopefully a little more, but not too much more, as I think I know the general gist of what's going on here.
Lena, being a hero, there is no higher calling. Your sister understood something about that.
I should have come back for you.
No, that's just a fairy tale.
I was in high school when the
Under
Avengers
pressure.
came. Kind of strange that it's all over now.
Aw.
No one's coming to save the day.
I think we are. We can be the ones that are coming.
Buck, you have the wrong people. We have all done bad things.
Look, I've been where you are. The past doesn't go away. So you can either live with it forever, or you can do something about it. I am a void. Look what you unleashed. We can't outrun the emptiness.
We can't do this. No one here is a hero.
We all have things that we regret.
But I have so many.
Lena, when I look at you, I don't see your mistakes. That's why we need each other.
We can't stop him alone. No one can. But we can find a way. Together.
Marvel Studios Thunderbolts.
And it's still the asterisk. Okay. So yeah, again, I'm in. It didn't give us too much more, but it gives a little bit more. Of course, I always like when we have flashbacks back to other things of the MCU, and I mean, this really just hit home that this is a cast of misfits, if you will. I mean, maybe not as much Bucky after all the time we spent with him, but still, overall, a cast of misfits, troublemakers, some might say losers or whatever, that are basically all seeking redemption in one way or another. Um, and yeah, I just really like seeing those elements of that. Of course, again, we've seen Bucky's evolution from ugh, from Winter Soldier to, of course, Civil War, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and it's this. I guess it's gonna give us further, but we've really seen a lot of his arc of redemption. We've seen a little bit as far as Yelena. As far as her struggles. I mean, again, from in Black Widow itself, and then in Hawkeye. Um, so and then getting to see her here, which again from what I've heard is this is very Yelena centric, which it does seem. Of course, Red Guardian, we only got him in Black Widow, but everybody loves Red Guardian, so we get to see more of him. Maybe he will get some of that, as he said, to be a hero. There's no higher calling. He gets to actually be the hero he wants to be. Ghost, I would be interesting to see what they do with Ghost character, because I mean, again, we got um only so much as far as her character in Ant-Man and the Wasp. So, hopefully we'll get a little bit of background on where she's been, what's been going on. Um, Again, obviously, no, we're not seeing Taskmaster, so which everybody, pretty much has established that she's dying early off. But again, they could be throwing us a curve. You never know. But again, Taskmaster, which again, that's one of the things few things I didn't like love about Black Widow. I mean, I like Black Widow for what it was. Again, as I found, good things in pretty much almost all the Marvel things with critiques, which I've said obviously. But overall, I like Black Widow, what it was going for. I agree it should have been years earlier, but still like what it was going for. But the whole thing, Taskmaster was like the major thing that I had an issue with. Um, and uh, crap, why am I forgetting her name? But Dreykov's daughter. Um, again, they could have, I don't know, they could have done so much more possibly with that, or we could have seen her pop up somewhere else. So, maybe before she maybe dies or whatever, we'll get a little of that, but I highly doubt it. And then let's see, yeah, that rounds out at the team with John Walker, as they said, dime store Captain America, or as many people called him before, Walmart Captain America. But again, we see him there, looking at that, um, looking at his phone, looking at that article, a fallen hero again, and again, again, we see in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, again, he was, a gung ho soldier, just wants to make everyone proud of him. And then, obviously he takes a turn for the dark, after his friend dies, and, we get U.S. Agent being who he is. So, but, in his own manner, obviously he's trying to seek redemption. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see a redemption story of these not so quite villains. I would never say any of them are really villains. I mean, Winter Soldier, of course, did his bad things from the programming. Elena, I mean, as much of a villain as I guess you could say an assassin or bounty hunter is, kills people, but generally not with malice. And plus there's the whole Red Room thing. Again, Taskmaster, mind controlled. Ghost, again, we don't really have much on her except for as we got in Ant-Man and the Wasp that she's basically just trying to stabilize her life. So she did what she had to try to live so she could live uh, as pain free as she could, and in the hopes of being able to live a normal life again. And again, John Walker is just slightly psychopathic, but you know, again, a hero fallen from grace, basically type of thing. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see all these things. I'm looking forward to it. I've rambled on long enough. That is my reaction, my thoughts on the final trailer for Thunderbolts. As always, feel free to share, subscribe. Hope you give me a like if you like my content. Those of you who subscribe, thank you very much. Hit that notification button so you know when I drop something new. And as always, feel free to leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of the final trailer for Marvel Studios' Thunderbolts. And as always, thanks for watching.